stuck within these walls like a mouse in a maze. I'm feeling ousted and strange in this doubtful place. It's like my mouth is enraged, down and out in the cage. I'm always second guessing what I'm about to say. In my house I'm safe, within these prison cells called the student's desk. I'm abused and kept in control like a stupid pest. Even in class, the few who slept, their minds are crew and rest. Only missed out on cellular fusions test. Even then, those who were awake and taking notes tried to miss the exam by faking codes, too afraid to have a gruesome grade to bring home to degrading folks, as they think they can't succeed without grades to gloat. Meanwhile, the teacher preaches abstinence and virtue, and the professor represses activists who search through. But if you defy their rules and question their authority, you'll fall into place accordingly as the minority. Even as we are growing in numbers, no teacher could help us from knowing this hunger. Nonconformists conform to an idea of rebellion in sync. Cut class, smoke weed with Machiavellian instinct. Crucify the stupid lies told in your prison cell. You defy the book supplies to realize that you live in hell. They only want you to know the things that they have assigned. Pull the wool over your eyes as the ignorance metastasized. Now we look at teachers as if they've never drafted lies, leaving a nation of students who listen without asking why. Cause if we don't, we'll all be suffering crooks. So they try to keep us in line like a coloring book. Each lesson is scripture while we're dressing for pictures at night, messing with tinctures like it's a blessing elixir. It seems we only think about collecting the figures and begging to differ, but there's no correcting this blister. Cause as long as you do well in your regents and SATs, you do your extracurriculars like chess and JV, you'll get into a great college or university. Then your parents can brag about your first degree. Meanwhile, you're there drinking like your thirst won't cease, and you're passively accepting all the verses preached. When it's done, you won't have diversity. Hell, you probably haven't picked up a book since you learned to read. You haven't raised your hand, you just sat there in your urban fleece and followed the leader like a herd of sheep. If you keep marching on to your determined beat, society will suffer and you will hurt the least. You'll get a job, be satisfied cause you learned to cheat. As long as you get a career, you'll continue to turn your cheek. Teachers are blamed for our students' imperfections, but it's fine, little Johnny, your parents will pay for winter session. To boost your GPA by taking easy courses, it's not his fault the professor failed him. It's not Erica's fault the teacher didn't teach her well. Is it the pastor's fault the sinner will be condemned to hell? Our curriculum is infallible, but for the teacher there isn't such a thing. They're controlled by the state on a puppet string. To teach the masses, preach the fastest, to unleash this madness by having kids believe their classes and nothing else. Cause the teacher's always right, but we pay for school and taxes. Isn't the customer always right? Take a stand and claim your own degree in enlightenment, not the piece of paper, cause it's just prestige and entitlement. Your knowledge gained should not be quantified. You went to Harvard, what did you learn that I couldn't at Adelphi? Oh, your parents pay more so your degree is held high. Your textbooks were different than mine, you might as well die. There's no expansive knowledge that some random college won't have just because I don't have such a fancy wallet. In a private school, the only difference that they're all so snooty. It's all a game of prestige like Call of Duty. Your school of mine will have the same concepts of biology, same sociological teachings and philosophy. Sure, some different people might step up to the podium and preach the same ideals and act like they're the only ones. All in all, only a student can create the higher learning. I love to learn, but the system doesn't keep the fire burning.